Hello, everyone, and happy birthday to me. I am now 41 years old. So, I'm gonna bake myself a cake. And what cake am I gonna bake? I'll give you a hint. Carrot cake. And I use that voice because that is the voice of carrot cake. Carrot cake sounds like that. Don't question it. It just does. That's for icing. We don't need that now. I just dumped flour on the table. That's okay. Let's see. That's icing stuff is in the fridge. Okay. So I think the first thing I need to do is go grab the recipe that I wrote. Otherwise, I'm not going to get very far. Hang on. Okay. And let me plug in my laptop, otherwise this stream's going to die. Okay. Laptop is going to go on the other side of the table. Small kitchen. So, first thing we need to do is carrots. Got carrots. Gonna need about 3 cups worth of carrots. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Hello, Brian. Hello, Jared. Hello. I do not look 41. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Let me go get Kleenex. Crying out loud. Kitchen so small. All right. Need a vegetable peeler, which I have somewhere, and a grater. Need that. Okay. So, what recipe is this? It's one see, the way I do things. The way I do things is I decide what I want to make, and then I look, if I don't already know how to make it or have my own recipe, I go online and I look at a bunch of different recipes. And I boil down the recipe for whatever I want to make into its necessary components. The lowest common denominator of that's nice. More happy birthdays. The lowest common denominator of whatever the heck I'm making. And then I compare the recipes and see what they all do differently, and then I, pick and choose what sounds most interesting. Some people put coconut in their carrot cake, like shredded coconut. I like the taste of coconut. I don't like the texture of actual shredded coconut, so I'm not going to do that. Some people put walnuts in there. I ain't doing that either because I don't want any. But I will be putting raisins in there. I know some people hate that, but it's my birthday cake, so I'm going to put raisins in mine. I also saw a couple recipes that used pineapple, which sounds interesting, so I'm going to try that. But for now, I'm just going to have to... and I completely missed the garbage can and just put a carrot peeling right on the floor. So, while we're doing the manual prep work, let's talk cooking theory. Something I know nothing about, but will speak intelligently on anyway. Because Why the hell not? Dunning-Kruger and all that. I mean, I figure I can boil eggs, so I am a master in the kitchen. I know everything. Yeah, my carrot cake, Jared says, okay, Gollum. My carrot cake voice does have elements of Gollum from Lord of the Rings in it. I think where that comes from is my sister and I were in a grocery store and we saw a carrot cake and it was just like somebody sat on it. It was all deformed and weird. And for some reason, I gave that misshapen cake a voice. And I said, I'm carrot cake. And it just stuck. So now that is the official voice of carrot cake. So you might be thinking, Andrew, have you ever made a cake before? I think so. Pretty sure. It's been years if I have. So how do you make a cake? Before you worry about making carrot cake, how do you make cake? What is cake? Well, cake is essentially just, whoops, sorry. We're okay. A carrot, or cake rather, is essentially just sweet, eggy bread. Can you make bread? Put eggs and sugar in it. You now have cake. And oil, because you want cake to be moist, not as firm as like cookies in which you'd use butter. What am I doing? So what's bread? Bread is baked flour when it comes right down to it. Really, your most basic bread. Get a bunch of flour. Put some water in it, make a dough, voila, you've got bread dough. Of course, that's going to be some bland. We also need some leavening of some sort, like yeast. Or if you are just a regular person in your kitchen, you don't have all day to bake bread, then baking soda. So it rises, and that's going to be bland bread, but that's bread. Now, you put eggs and sugar in it, and oil or some other moist things, and you got yourself cake. All right. So now that we know what cake is, how do you make carrot cake? You put carrot in it. That's about it. So there's your crash course on Cooking Theory 101 from some dude on the internet who doesn't know what he's talking about because he's never taken a cooking class in his life. Halo Tangle, happy birthday. Finding your channel is one of the best things to happen in 2020. I mean, I know that year was crap, but nevertheless, I'm flattered that you think so. I'm glad you enjoy the stuff I do. All right, that looks like about 3/4 of a cup, maybe. There's a cup, right? Cup. Let's okay, we're getting there. Surprisingly or annoyingly, we didn't have home ec in school. Our high school didn't have any home economics courses, did it? If it did, I didn't take any. No one told me about that elective. Git says no, so it wasn't just a matter of me not paying attention. We didn't have home ec courses. You know what else we didn't have so far as, or no, did we? Did we have that thing where you get the battery-powered baby, and you're supposed to, take care of it for a day? Or did they do the egg thing? I wasn't in that class, but I think I saw those, or maybe I remember it from TV. Who knows? Now, as you watch, didn't have that either. Now, as you watch this, try not to think about the possibility that I grate my knuckles as the carrot gets smaller and smaller. Don't think about that. And that's not fun. You don't want to think about me grating off the skin of my knuckles and putting lots of blood in my cake. Then you have blood cake. Try not to think about that. Don't get anxious about that. Don't think about the fact that the more I do this and the more I talk and look away, the more likely it is that I grate my damn fingers off. That would be bad. That would be painful. Might have to cut this whole thing short. Get says, we didn't take care of flower babies, nor learn how to clean or cook or balance a checkbook. That last one screwed me in college. The ATM should not let you withdraw monies if you have none. I agree. All right, we are making a right mess here. All right, 1 cup of carrot. Into the bowl it goes. So I'm using, what, 3 carrots? 3 cups of carrots, all right. Yeah, one thing that I wish I would have learned in school at some point that would have actually helped me in life is car registration. It's not for the entire year, it's for a specific month. So I got pulled over once. It says, your car registration's expired. I said, no, it's not. He goes, yeah, it is. I said, no, it's not. Look at the license plate. And it has the 2009 sticker on it, or 2005 sticker, whenever this was. And he says, get out of the car. So I get out of the car and I walk back to where my where the license plate is, and I say, yeah, look, right there in the upper right corner, 2009. It's currently September 2009, or whatever year it was. So I have 4 months left of the year. My car registration's not expired. He says, look in the upper left corner of the license plate. And that was the first time I ever noticed that there was a month sticker on the license plate. Oh, it said August. It was September, so yeah, expired. See, my registration renewal came in the mail like in June. I figured the DMV just sent it to me like 6 months early to give me plenty of time. Well, I was short on cash that year, so I'm like, I'll do it later in the year. These are the things they should teach you in school, says I. TriLink, hello. You know, I could have, I was thinking, should I do any prep work before this? You know, should I have the carrots pre-grated? No, I figure if this is the kind of content you enjoy, you're going to enjoy watching me grate carrots. So, what the heck? So, note to self, 1 large carrot equals about a cup. I actually did not know how much grated carrot a single carrot would yield. So I bought 5 large ones, or actually 4 large ones and 1 medium. So looks like that will be plenty. Now I could have purchased pre-grated carrots, but that's no fun. I mean, I could have purchased a box of carrot cake mix, but where's the fun in that? 2 cups. Carrots on pants. So, why am I using a paper towel to dry my hands? There's a towel right there. Anyway. So I did something a week or 2 ago that I've never done before. I bought clothing online. You know, t-shirts, socks, underwear, stuff like that. The shirt. Because I need new clothes. Doesn't wear as fast when you're home all the time and you never go anywhere, and sometimes you don't even bother getting dressed. So my box of clothes, again, don't think about me grating my fingers off as I grate this little nub of carrot, which I don't need to do because I got plenty more. Don't think about the blood that will spurt out of this thing if I accidentally catch the skin of my fingers on this. Don't think about that. There's no reason to think about that. This is a happy birthday podcast. And cutting your fingers open and bleeding all over the place is not very happy. Lucas, hello. Carrot cake? Yes, indeedy do. Carrot cake. So, what was I talking about? Oh, so I bought... Excuse me for a moment, won't you? Hi, Dad. I'm doing pretty well. Well, I am currently live streaming myself making a birthday cake for myself right now. So I don't have you on speakerphone, but I am on the phone. Yeah. Gets in the chat and she says hi. Get Kelly. She's in the chat and she says hi because she can see that I'm on the phone with you. Carrot cake, the best cake. Absolutely. Although I will be using coconut oil, but not shredded coconut. But I'm also going to try using pineapple in the cake. Yeah. No, did I ever? Huh. I have no memory of that. No. Maybe I was lying. I was trying to get that, trying to get with the in crowd, that pickle juice drinking cred. Dad's gonna be so impressed. Drinking pickle juice. And Brian Gillis says hi, Andrew's dad. Mm-hmm. Sounds great. Okay. Love you too. Thanks much. Bye. Dad says hi. Do you remember me ever, at the very least, claiming that I drank pickle juice? According to Dad, that was something I laid claim to. It's just something that popped into his head. And he asked me, do you still drink pickle juice? I don't recall ever doing that or saying that I did. Cup number 3. All right. So we've got a bowl of carrots. With pickle juice and Gatorade? Was I just trying to gross you out? What was it? Okay. Yeah. And we've got some left over, so. Me and Paul, the kid who... when we lived in Granada Hills. Okay. I still have no memory of that, but... Huh. That must have been a 5-year-old trying to get attention kind of thing. Look what we're doing. We're drinking pickle juice and Gatorade. I do remember cream cheese and raisin sandwiches, though. That I remember. Yes, I washed this table beforehand. In case anyone was wondering. And yes, I washed my hands beforehand. In case anyone was wondering. Okay. Caught my pants on my, what do I want to do here? For anyone who doesn't know, which is everyone except my sister, Jolinda was the tarantula we used to own when we lived in California. Well, I still live in California. Okay, so quick history of the Eisen brood. My sister and I were both born in California, Southern California, LA area. Parents got divorced when I was 5, she was 4. We stayed with mom, lived in Granada Hills for a year, then moved to Phoenix, where we grew up. And then I moved back here for work back here in San Diego, 2005. And my sister currently lives in middle of the country somewhere. Okay. So, and I've got carrot gunk on my recipe. So what are we doing? Okay, first stop, we're going to do dry ingredients. Actually, let me use the metal bowl. So basically, same thing with the cookies. Mix dry ingredients, mix wet ingredients, mix them together, put them in the oven. Okay. Always check to make sure you don't have something in the oven before you turn it on. All right, so we want 2 cups of flour. I don't like this packaging. Why did they do it like this? Oh, this is horrible. It's like folded in on itself. There's no good way to actually open this without exploding flour all over the place. What asshole designed this? That asshole's probably watching this live stream going, oh my God, what in the hell? What? Seriously, it's like folded in on itself. There is no, Jesus. What I need? Well, maybe I'll need it later. Seriously, whoever designs packaging of flour, you're a jerk. And I don't like you. Yeah, close enough. I mean, seriously, it's like someone took a bag and then just wadded the whole thing up and jammed it together and then like glued pieces of it together. Jackass. What are you thinking, gold medal? Premium quality? Yeah, but we only mean the flour, not the packaging. Gold medal, premium quality, all-purpose flour. Our flour is great. Our packaging's shit. Close enough. Whatever. I'm so over this flour. Now I'm right annoyed. Right annoyed. Of course, you're probably watching, going, "Well, geez, Andrew, you did it wrong. How do you not know how you've got a degree in engineering? How did you fail the flour package test? You dork." All right. 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Where are my tisps? Here are my tisps. Half tisp, 1 tisp. No. Why am I not getting that flat? Come on. There we go. Oh, 2 tisps. Need 2 tisps. Two tisps. Half a tisp of salt. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but all I've got is this pink Himalayan salt. It's just salt. It should be fine, but it's in a grinder, so yeah. Salt crystals are pretty big. This may actually be a problem, but I didn't want to buy a whole new thing of salt because I'm cheap. We'll see what happens. We might have some really crunchy bread or cake. All right. Cinnamon. Now here's where we start moving from. So far, generic cake. Here's where you start actually getting a flavor in cake. What am I doing? 1.5 tisps of cinnamon. Uh-huh. 1 tisp. 2 tisp. 1 3. All right. A lot of people use for some reason I use a fork for drying ingredients. A lot of people use a whisk. That's fine. Whatever. I like the fork. Oh, by the way, when you're baking, black clothing, probably not the best idea, because if you're using flour or confectioner's sugar, you're gonna get it all over you. Oh, also, you probably noticed, Andrew, you're not sifting your flour. Yeah, I mean, back in my grandmother's day, or even mom's childhood days, that was probably a good idea, but nowadays, not really necessary. I mean, this I just bought over the weekend. So if this has been something that's been sitting in your cabinet for a couple of years, you might want to sift it. You don't know what's living in it. But yeah, these days, not really necessary from what, at least that's what this uninformed person thinks. All right. Now I've got a bowl of dry ingredients. Now, I'll put that on the burner. That's a good place for it. Counter space is at a premium. Now we will wet ingredients. This did have a lid on it, but, you know, dust. All right. So, normally for cakes, you would probably use like a vegetable oil or canola oil. I don't have any. But I do have where's the front? I do have coconut oil, so that should work. You got to get your healthy fats in the cake. That's one way to do it. Plus, it gives you that coconut flavor without the coconut texture, which is something I prefer. But yeah, so gonna have to microwave this. Unfortunately, I have a bunch of crap in front of the microwave now, so I've got to move everything. Again, I have a very small kitchen. Very small. Shoot. Okay, yeah. So we want oil. 2 cups of sugar. Now, this is going to be bad if I don't actually have 2 cups of sugar. We'll see.